Well, we start tonight in the West Midlands. Birmingham and Aston Villa is lively enough at the best of times, but when there's a place in the semi-final of the Carling Cup up for grabs, the stakes were that bit higher. Birmingham had only beaten their local rivals once in 10 attempts in all cup competitions. Well, on hand to see whether the Blues could buck the trend was Guy Mowbray.
A cup quarter-final, a ferocious second city derby. It's a fixture made to help us forget the Arctic freeze. Nikola Zigic for the injured Alex Klebb is the only Birmingham change from Saturday's draw at Fulham. Two in the Blues team, Liam Ridgewell and Keith Fahey were once Claret and Blues. Another, Craig Gardner, is a substitute. Two changes Villa, 21-year-old Jonathan Hogg swaps his place on the bench with 37-year-old Robert Pires. And up front it's Carew out, Agbonlahor in. Villa's number 11 has scored late winners in both the last two St Andrews derbies. Well, when they last met, it wasn't particularly memorable. Just 1 month and 1 day ago, a dour goalless draw at Villa Park in the Premier League. This one has to be better. Gerard Houllier will want to see a real first half improvement from his team. Wasn't happy at all with the way they performed in the first 45 against Arsenal at the weekend. And then Cameron Jerome with the first shot at goal. It's really meant something tonight. It's an easy enough save for Brad Friedel. Dunn didn't get up high enough. His partner Collins was there, but he hasn't done enough either. Bowyer goes down, and Chris Foy gives a penalty to Birmingham City. Awful Villa defending. Dunn at fault at first, and then Collins just didn't deal with the ball in the penalty area. Dunn has a swing or two at the ball. He's got Bowyer in his way. Bowyer tumbled, the ref pointed. It's a chance for Seb Larsson to give Birmingham City the lead. Well, this would really set us up for a cracking cup tie and get St Andrews jumping. Birmingham haven't scored in the last three derbies. They have now, and it's Seb Larsson who's made it advantage Blues in Birmingham tonight. Scored his first goal of the season at Fulham on Saturday. This one means a whole lot more. Wasn't the greatest penalty, didn't find the corner exactly, but Friedel was committed and maybe Larsson saw him go. Carr. Johnson. That's Jerome down to Larsson. Here's Zigic. Luke Young came back to dispossess him. The giant Serbian striker wanted too much time. Looked for all the world when the ball came to him, as though Birmingham were about to double their lead. Great work from Jerome and Larsson, but then Zigic was just dithering a little. Neatly clipped through by Fahey. Birmingham City corner. Liam Ridgewell has done that a fair few times this season. Broken forward from left back. He's already bagged 3 goals for himself. Looking to try to pull it back then. He did well to win a corner for the Blues. Crossed by Larsson, up goes Roger Johnson. Another chance, Friedel has stopped it. No, has it crossed the line? What has the assistant referee given? Goal kick. Birmingham protests strongly. Friedel has tried to clear, but Chris Foy wasn't ready for that. He was surrounded by a posse of blue-shirted players. Larsson, Ridgewell, Dan, they're all certain. First of all, it's Roger Johnson. That was blocked by Warnock. Oh, look at that. Is the whole of the ball over the whole of the line? Well, I can only think that Darren Cant has raised his flag and ruled that there was an offside in there, as Friedel spills the ball clearly over the line. Downing. That ball has beaten Ferguson. Young. Hogg. It's going to break for Agbonlahor! 1-1. Gabby Agbonlahor, once again, is the scourge of St Andrews. Scores here for the 3rd derby in a row. And what a controversial equaliser that is, just moments After Birmingham thought they'd scored a second, they were sure it had crossed the line. Great finish from Agbonlahor. Managed to hold off Lee Bowyer and get the ball past Foster into the corner. Little touch off Bowyer too, but it's Agbonlahor's goal, and it's 1-1 at St Andrews. Was there a question mark about offside? There is. As the ball was played through, there looked to be a little bit of Agbonlahor behind Lee Bowyer. Birmingham City will be furious with two big decisions that have gone against them. Bannon. Clark lost the ball to Zigic. He sets off in pursuit of the Birmingham striker. Great ball to Jerome, who's beaten Friedel but put it wide. Huge chance for Birmingham to regain their lead. Wonderful work from Nikola Zigic. Won the ball, great strength to keep it. Excellent through ball to Jerome, who should have scored. Bahi, he's got away from Luke Young, and he's got it across to Jerome. Friedel's lost it. Did about enough, but Birmingham will come again. Zigic. Oh, the back heel doesn't work every time. Ashley Young, and Agbonlahor has gone streaking into a scoring position. Young might not need anybody else. He does look for Agbonlahor. Foster couldn't hold on this time. Lightning fast break from Aston Villa. A nervous moment for Brad Friedel, who made a rare mistake recently at his old club Blackburn Rovers in misjudging a Pedersen free kick that I think was meant as a cross, sailed right over him. Both goalkeepers tonight struggling to hold the ball. Steve McManaman, an interested spectator next to Carson Young. Ashley Young. Downing is forward. Stuart Downing. Oh, wasn't being lent upon. He's kept his feet anyway, despite Larson in there with him. Ashley Young. Villa aren't done with this attack just yet. Birmingham have a man down. Lee Bowyer on the edge of his own penalty area, and Stephen Warnock has slowed it up. Didn't put it out though. Luke Young. Bowyer is very awkwardly got back to his feet. Bannon. Looked like a foul from Johnson on Ashley Young. Chris Foy doesn't think so though. Young still on his backside as Birmingham try to break. We'll get up quickly now. It's Hogg. Bannon, gone for goal. Foster holds. Villa do look the team most likely to score just at the moment, but I seem to remember thinking that just before Birmingham went and took the lead. That's where Bowyer was both going in together, he and Clark. Here's Gardner. Great bit of work from Craig Gardner. Cracking shot too, and he didn't miss by much. Lovely bit of skill, tricked his way in between two Villa players, and he had Friedel flying across to try to stop the shot. One for Birmingham by Ferguson. Jerome to chase in between Dunn and Collins. He's got it. Zigic up there with him. Zigic needs to bring others in now. Seb Larson. Over it comes, and Clark had to carefully watch the bounce of the ball. Richard Dunn plays it straight against Gardner. It's Clark who gets it for Villa. Now Agbonlahor to Downing, and Agbonlahor to try and overtake Roger Johnson. He's done that easily. Over Ashley Young's head, Stephen Ireland arrives now. Great crack. Ashley Young follows up. Foster stops him, and it stays 1-1. Great goalkeeping from Ben Foster. It's a wonderful try from Stephen Ireland, saved by Foster, who reacted so quickly to stop the Young follow-up. Warnock. Oh, able to cushion it down. Larson. Jerome on the run, and he'll get to the ball before Dunn. The pullback for Zigic! Friedel can't stop it! Zigic has scored and might just have fired Birmingham City into the Carling Cup semi-finals. Great running from Cameron Jerome. Made certain he got to that first, and the pullback had Collins wrong-footed. Zigic's deflected effort had Friedel wrong-footed, and pouring thin air. Up it loops. Friedel can't stop it. Is that the goal that wins it for Birmingham? Zigic ends a run of 7 games without a goal. He's yet to completely win over the whole of the Birmingham City support. That one was with the help of a huge Aston Villa deflection, but it could be a huge moment for him. Massive for Birmingham City Football Club. Richard Dunn. Hogg. Downing. Good ball in. And it's not far wide. Met by Kieran Clark. Good run from Downing. It's the back of the frame of the goal. Villa know that they're not going to get to the final this year. Instead, it's the blue half of Birmingham who are celebrating continued progress in the Carling Cup. They're about to reach the semi-finals for the 5th time in the club's history. Delfonso with perhaps one last go for Villa to push forward. Stephen Carr wins it for Birmingham. Sliding in goes Gardner. This is Delfonso. The ball has to get into the box sooner rather than later. He doesn't want to keep it in the corner. Birmingham will be happy for him to be there. Plays it against Johnson. It is a corner. This is the last chance for Aston Villa. We've played almost 51 minutes in the second half. It has to go in now, or Aston Villa are out of the Carling Cup. Everybody back for Birmingham. Foster can't quite get through the crowd. Young has kept it in. No further chance though. Cleared by Derbyshire. Downing. He's lost the ball to Jerome. Here we go. It's Matt Derbyshire running free and through for Birmingham City. Doesn't want to go for goal. Goes for Jerome instead. That was tame. It may not matter. And that should have been the moment to kill off the tie once and for all. Ali McLeish is wondering where all this extra time is coming from. Another look at the watch from Chris Boyd, the referee. The whistle is now between his lips. There it is, the sound of success for Birmingham City. What a sweet, sweet victory this is for the team from St Andrews in front of their own joyous supporters. The semi-finals of the Carling Cup has been reached. Carson Young, as delighted as any Blue Nose can be inside this stadium. There is a pitch invasion. It is mostly good-natured. Let's hope it stays that way. There are a few going across to the Villa supporters. That will have to be stopped. Let's concentrate on the positives for Birmingham City. They've beaten Aston Villa. What a team to beat to reach the last 4 of the Carling Cup. Nikola Zigic, the match winner. Birmingham City 2, Aston Villa 1.
Alec, through to the last 4, this competition really does mean something to you now.
No, of course it did. It always meant something to us. We know that we have bread and butter to look after of the Barclays Premier, but we're really tried to go as far as we can in this competition, the Carling Cup, and it deserves a lot of respect. And you see the teams that are left in it, then it's a really tough competition. And we've got to believe. We believed tonight, and we turned it into reality, beating our big rivals at last in a game, certainly from my point of view, but also with icing on the cake, doing it at home in front of our own fans.
Well, I won't hide. It hurts, because I think that we were the better side today. We play good football, and I think that I don't want to take any credit out of the Alec McLeish side. They won, but I thought that we deserved to win as much as they did.
They certainly played their part in what was an absorbing encounter, a big win for Birmingham City, but it certainly doesn't excuse the scenes that came after the full-time whistle. We got a glimpse of it just then. There was a pitch invasion by, hundreds of Birmingham City fans. They walked the length of the pitch and appeared to taunt the Villa fans. Flares were thrown, reports of seats being ripped out and thrown as well. The FA have said tonight they will investigate what happened here and the crowd trouble that followed. Brighty, the timing of this couldn't be worse considering what's going on in Zurich at the moment.
Awful, awful. And it marred what was a fantastic game of football, a local derby, lots of passion, good football on the pitch. But, you know, the images go all around the world, Manish. You know, FIFA obviously will see these tomorrow, and it's not going to look good for us.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. I mean, you know, it's not going to make the overbearing decision against the bid itself,
Well,
but it's certainly not going to help.
No, of course not, no. And it's just, that's back to the bad old days. We don't want that, you know, and we know there's a history between the two clubs and fierce rivalry. No problem about that. But you have to say the Birmingham fans got onto the pitch, shouldn't be on the field of play, made their way down to taunt the Villa fans, obviously knocking them out. I thought the police should have done a little bit, moved them back a little bit quicker. Yeah, it took something like 10 minutes. And maybe extra stewarding on the night. But, you know, it was a great game. But those scenes there, we just don't need.
Interesting what David Cameron and Prince William will make of those scenes. Of course, both of those are Villa fans. Let's hear from Alex McLeish then on his thoughts of those scenes after the full-time whistle.
I know it means really something for them to beat Villa because, you know, we've lost so many times to them in recent years, and you know it's a kind of big occasion for us to beat them. And I would like to think that the fans can be more cool about it in these circumstances, but you know, we don't condone that.
Well, let's talk about the football now, shall we? Nikola Zigic has taken a bit of stick from the Birmingham fans, I think it's fair to say. At the centre of attention, he thought he made it 2-0 at one point. Now, what do you think? Did the ref get it right here?
Well, I think what happens is it's Ridgewell who's on the line, and Zigic has that shot, and I think the ball clearly goes all the way over the line. Friedel's just trying to push Jerome out the way. The ball comes in here from Zigic.
But is Ridgewell interfering with play?
Well, it's one of three things. Is he interfering with play? Is he interfering with an opponent? Or is he gaining advantage by being in that position? And the answer to that is no on all occasions. But I think the assistant, I don't think he sees the ball go over the line, but I just think he sees Ridgewell on the line. Yeah. But he's out of view of Brad Friedel.
And 2 minutes later, as often as we see in these occasions, Agbonlahor goes the other end and scores in another game against Birmingham.
Well, just turns Lee Bowyer, who finds himself in the centre of defence, and you know he always seems to score in the derby, as Guy said, and you know that got them back into the game where you thought they could have been 2-0 down.
I've spoken to a few Birmingham fans. They don't know what to make of Zigic because you know he scored a few goals. Yeah. It reminds me of Ian Ormondroyd maybe at some point. But the thing is, though, you know, he scores this goal here. Well, he's going to be a hero in their eyes now, isn't he?
Well, just endears himself to the crowd. Local derby puts them into the semi-final. He just gets ahead of Luke Young here, and it loops. And I don't think Brad Field can do anything about it. And to be honest, really, he hadn't really had any chances in the game. 6'8", and you know, just inch them through.
Birmingham fans will be thinking it's a long overdue cup win for them over their arch rivals.